Okay, so $1,299. That's the number I just can't get out of my head.
It's a lot.
It's a lot. I mean, we live in a world where a really good 4K webcam is, what, 200 bucks?
Yeah, tops. So when you see a price tag like that on the DVDO C8-1-B, you're right to ask the question.
Which is, who is this actually for? It's not for, clipping on your laptop for a Zoom call.
No, definitely not. You have to think of it more as a bridge device. It sits in that gap between consumer gear and full-on professional broadcast equipment.
Right. So that's our mission for this deep dive. Let's figure out what you're actually paying for here. We've got the specs from DVDO. We've got the breakdown from HDTVSupply. Is this really worth the premium?
I think the first place you see the money is in the glass. This isn't some little plastic lens. It has a 10x optical zoom.
And optical is the key word there, isn't it?
It's everything.
Because we're all used to our phones where zoom just means you're like cropping the picture.
Exactly. You're just throwing away pixels. With this, you could be way in the back of a room, zoom in on a presenter, and you're still using that entire 12.9-inch CMOS sensor. No data loss.
Okay, so speaking of the sensor, the notes mention advanced IST processing. That, to me, always sounds a little bit like marketing fluff.
It can be, but here it's actually tied to their noise reduction. They're running both 2D and 3D noise reduction algorithms right on the chip.
So what does that mean in, the real world?
It means the picture stays clean in bad lighting. You know that staticky dancing look you get in the dark parts of a video call?
Yeah, the shadows.
That's a low signal-to-noise ratio. This tech cleans that up before the video even gets to your computer.
Okay, so the image is clean.
Yeah.
But let's talk about the PTZ part. Pan, tilt, zoom. This is where I think it starts to feel like an enterprise tool.
Right. The specs talk about a highly accurate step-driving motor. The key thing there is that it's quiet.
You don't want to hear it whirring around in a silent boardroom.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But honestly, more important than the silence is how you control that motor.
And this is where we get into things like RS-232 and RS-485. These are not your typical video cables.
No, these are serious control protocols. And that's maybe the biggest difference from a webcam. A webcam is passive. It just sits there. This camera can be networked. You can daisy chain them.
Okay, wait. Just to be clear, for everyone listening, you're not daisy chaining the video signal.
No, it's the control signal. So you could have one person with a single joystick controller at the back of an auditorium.
Uh-huh.
And with that one joystick, they can select and control multiple different cameras, telling each one exactly where to point. It uses VISCA and Pelco protocols, which are the industry standards for that.
Which brings us to what I think is the killer feature, the presets.
Oh, yeah, the presets.
It says it can store 255 of them.
255. And that is a game changer for a single operator running, say, a town hall meeting. You don't have to manually pan over to the CEO when it's her turn to speak. You just hit preset 1.
And boom, it snaps right to her.
Instantly. Preset 2 is the PowerPoint screen. Preset 3 is the wide shot of the audience. You get 10 on the little remote it comes with, but 255 if you're using software.
You're not really operating the camera anymore. You're just executing a script of shots.
Precisely. And that's where the value is. It's about reliability and repeatability.
But here's the funny thing. After all that talk about professional protocols, you can still just plug it into your laptop with a USB cable.
Yep. At its heart, it's a USB 2.0 device. That's what makes it so flexible. It can have this super complex control system on the back end, but to Zoom or Microsoft Teams, it just looks like any other webcam.
It's a broadcast camera in a webcam's clothing.
That's a great way to put it. It even comes with the power adapter and the USB cable. It's plug and play, but with this incredibly high ceiling.
So we've basically gone from why does this cost $1,300 to how does this replace a human camera operator?
In a lot of situations, it does. It brings that high-end, repeatable mechanical control to a level that's much more accessible.
It's impressive. But it does leave me with one sort of lingering thought about those 255 presets.
What's that?
Well, if we can pre-program every single camera angle for a meeting, for a lecture, for a whole event, are we getting to a point where the role of a live video director isn't about making creative choices anymore, but just, I don't know, writing a script of code beforehand? Does the camera eventually just start directing the show all by itself?
That's a really interesting question. A very slippery slope.
Something to think about. Thanks for listening to this deep dive. We'll catch you on the next one.